what was your take on the Canadiens owner Jeff Molson's comments about the Black Lives Matter movement during his video conference 2 weeks ago?
Well, Arpan Basu wrote a fantastic column in The Athletic about it, basically saying that Jeff Molson, for 90 days after this COVID pandemic started, said nothing. And us in the media had been asking time after time after time to the Canadiens to make Jeff Molson available, and they wouldn't. And then when he did come out, his main topic seemed to be shooting down the idea that Vincent Damphousse might become president of hockey operations. So I think it was a mistake on Molson's part. I think Arpan articulated it very well in his column that he should have come out and been more, he was basically saying that we're going to follow what other people do as far as Black Lives Matter and all these other movements. And I was disappointed that Molson didn't come out and speak earlier, because he's a very important figure in Montreal business-wise. He owns the Montreal Canadiens, which is a huge part of Montreal. And I looked at what Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA, did, and he was out right away talking to his fans, talking to people, letting them know what was going on. And I think Molson deserved that, owed that to his fans and Montrealers in general. And I think he dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I really enjoyed reading Arpan's article in The Athletic as well about it, because, the Montreal Canadiens love to say we're part of Montrealers' DNA, that they're more than just a sports team here, that it's who we are as Montrealers. And then when it comes time to this big movement in society, they want to take the back seat. And they had a lot of time to prepare something for it and put something together more concrete to say, look, we are going to be one of the leaders in the community. That's what we like to say that we do. And this is how we're going to help keep this movement moving forward here in Montreal. And unfortunately, that was not the message that was sent by Jeff Molson.
And I think we all know that there's a lot of things that have been going on for a lot of years that were basically brushed aside and nobody really addressed it. And I think that, the world has changed. There's a much different way of looking at a lot of different areas. And I think it's really important that we try and protect everybody's interest in whether it's sport, business, or whatever. You just have to make sure that everybody is treated fairly and they handle the situation in a very professional way.
Yeah, I think in the opening statement that Jeff Molson had that day, I think he should have brought up more about what was happening now between COVID and the deaths, Black Lives Matter and everything else that was going on. I think this is a time in history that we're all going to look back on. And I think it was a chance for him to make a statement that would be looked back in history on what he said at that point. And again, I think whether his PR staff didn't advise him well, or whether I'm sure he would like to have a do-over, I would think. But again, I think, if you haven't read Arpan's column in The Athletic, I would suggest you do.
I mean, a do-over, one would think he had enough time to formulate his opinion, think about what he was going to say. It's not like it was really something that put him on the spot and caught him off guard.
It seemed like he was upset at suggestions that he should hire a president of hockey operations, and that seemed to be the main thing. And the main reason, honestly, to me, that seemed like that was the main reason why he decided to come out and talk, was to shoot down the fact that, the rumor that was going around after Réjean Tremblay's column that Vinny Damphousse was going to be hired as a president of hockey operations. And that seemed to be Molson's main goal, was to shoot down that rumor.
Well, there's a lot of things I think that suggestions that he should listen to. And that I don't think would be the worst idea, considering getting a hockey president. Go to hockeyinsideout.com now and check out this week's full episode.